Yes, I can. What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? How are you doing, brother? Buzz, what's going on, baby? My man Josh, what's happening? What's happening? John is in the house. Salt, pepper, fire. What's going on, brother? Steven. Steven, I'm telling you, I haven't gone to my specialized butcher yet. My regular grocery HEBs don't carry them, so it's going to be something that I have to special order. And I haven't gone to my specialized guy just yet, but I am going to make that happen. I promise you. I promise you, Stephen. Jared is in the house. What's up, Frack? How are you doing, buddy? Frack, that brisket is going to come up, man. The week after 4th of July, so week after next. I'm gonna prep it this coming Thursday, not tonight, but this coming Thursday. I'm gonna prep it. Then I'm probably gonna cook it on Friday, and the video will be out on Tuesday. So that is coming. Johnny Maggs is in the house. What's up, Mr. Maggs? Andre, good to see you this evening, brother. Mr. Maggs is in for a visit, man. Much appreciated. My man Charlie, what's up? What's up? Let's give the folks a few more minutes, man, before we get the star uh, back on the scene. Charlie, good to see you this evening. Buzz, ain't nothing worse than a toothache, man. And I'm not a fan of dentists, but you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, there's nothing worse than a toothache, man. Frack, what's the temperature like in Midland nowadays, man? What is that temperature like? I know you guys are on your grind, making that money. Sleepers in the house. What's up, Lance? How are you doing, buddy? Another minute plus, folks. Another minute for July 9th. Hey, July 9th. Dude, I'm gonna give you a holler, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a holler. I'll give you a holler, Frack. Ooh, mama's awake and alert this time. Not like last week, folks. Not like last week. Another 30 seconds. Folks, I don't know if anybody else is as hot as we are right now, man, but it's brutal. Lately, mom and I've been trying to do everything that we have to do early in the morning, man. Uh, Trying to head outside in the afternoon is just absolute uh, painful. So we've been trying to knock everything out as early as possible. And for the near future, that's going to be videos as well, so I can see us reheating dinner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you, man, guys and gals, to another episode with Mama and Papa Joe. As usual, we absolutely appreciate you stopping in. You saw the promo that I posted earlier this week. Today, we got a special guest, man. We've got the champ from Netflix Barbecue Showdown. Big deal. And this brother has been making it happen long before Netflix, man. This only adds to his resume. This only adds to what will someday be known as his legacy. So, without further ado, I definitely want to welcome TNT Barbecue, my man Thyron, to the stage. What's up, T? What's
Well,
up, baby? How you doing?
good, brother. How you doing? First of all, I wanted to say thank you for having me on. It's just such an honor for me just to be in your presence, bro. You are amazing. I'm just, man, I tell you what, I thought I could trim brisket. I thought I could barbecue.
Bruh, it's all about you right now, man. I ain't got nothing to do with this. It's all about you, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, what has been going on? We're not going to even get into the show just yet, but what has been going on, man? Just in general, uh, post show. And when I say in general, I'm talking everything about the show, but the aftermath. What has been going on in the last 2-3 weeks since the show aired?
Wow, man. A lot of phone calls, congratulations, a lot of text messages, a lot of emails, a lot of mop sauce sales, a lot of barbecue sales. Um, just a lot of networking, talking with people, talking with different companies, just trying to make the deal that's best for me and my family. Uh, you know, using a lot of strategy, getting in touch with people that know the game, so I don't have to reinvent the wheel and find out the hard way how to not sign a bad deal, or a bad contract, and just working, a lot of cooking, a whole lot of cooking. My events have tripled in size. I wish I am going back to start doing those live videos, probably this week, due to the fact that I just found out how to put my phone on do not disturb. So
Hey, that's a great problem to have, man. I can only imagine.
yes, so and also, it just been bringing a great light to barbecue in general, and me and my family. I haven't experienced any negative situations yet. I thank God for that. I kind of keep myself on a positive aspect around positive people. Uh, you know, um, I just haven't experienced that, but I have so much great people around me. I'm talking like all y'all guys on YouTube are my family, not just YouTube family, but actual family. So it's like, I almost had a negative comment, and to me, it didn't bother me. But I had like my buddy Rick at the meat stall, and my brother Tyrone, and a couple other people. They just flame sprayed this guy. I'm talking like when I say flame sprayed him, I actually felt bad for the guy. I called my brother. I'm like, hey, call call off the dog. My brother was like, hey, bro, I want them to know, who I am. You my brother, and Rick the same way. So, you know, it. I just thank God for having a great community and people that are genuinely happy for me and genuinely excited for me. So I've been received well, and it just that, but I do have that second thought nature, like, oh, should I did this? Should I did that? For example, I had my watch party not in the town I live in due to the fact it was the same time as graduation, and none of the venues, all the venues was filled up with graduation parties. So I had to have my watch party in a different location than the town I live in, and I was just so worried about that. But it was here nor there. So
Yeah.
it was, sometimes you got to get over yourself. So I'm trying to get over myself.
I totally understand, bro. All right, let's take this back to the beginning, man. First
Yes.
of all, uh, you had probably seen season one prior to you even getting an opportunity to apply for the show. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. I seen season one. It was so interesting because they dabbled into like other forms of barbecue in later episodes. So I was like, what would I do in that situation? You always put yourself in those situations, but uh, but I was a big fan of Rashid. I was a big fan of everybody on season one. I'm talking Grubs, Shotgun, all of them. I was a huge fan of just the show in general. And it was just always one of those things. What would I do? What would I do in that situation? And it was just like watch a football game. I can't believe he missed that tackle.
You
I
know,
was
and that is one of the things I always sit back and think when I watch these types of show. T is, man, it's so easy to be an armchair quarterback.
yes.
You know, we're on the outside looking in, and we're not under that pressure at that given moment. But I don't want to get ahead of myself just yet. All
Okay.
right, so just yet. So how did you hear about season two? How did you get the opportunity to become a candidate, so to speak? Tell us
So
about that process.
So my wife found out about it. She told me she had a dream that I was gonna be on a some kind of barbecue pitmaster show, and I laughed. I say, "Honey, I would never fill out an application for anything like that." And she was like, you know, and she's like, "Oh, you will." And make a long story short, once the application process started coming in, and it was kind of deflating a little bit because it was such a thick packet, and
Oh
it was
yeah,
just I just didn't know how to communicate my passion for barbecue. So it was a lot of googling, a lot of researching words so I could express my feelings. Because one thing about my wife, you'll say something and then she'll say, "Let's put a little bit more thought into this, honey." you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
to me, it's like I love barbecue. That's how I love barbecue. And she's like, "No, why do you love barbecue?" And and filling the application, I thought was the hardest thing about casting because I had to put my emotions in black and white. And sometimes when you're going to put those emotions in black and white, it opens certain feelings that you have put back in the back a little bit. Because I remember during the application process, uh, my dad name come up. My dad has passed away, and I remember sitting there, just have to take a break with my wife, and I was in tears, because it was just like, remembering those times and trying to emotionally connect on paper with the story that you need to relate to casting. Not that I'm trying to fill an application out. It comes out because the passion is so much, but you just don't know how to express it in black and white.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was able to go through I would say a counseling session with my wife every page of filling out that questionnaire. And to me, that was one of the most difficult things about casting the first application. And then once we got through with that, the rest was just basically interviews and just talking to certain people just about the show and about you.
Yes, I and I only played a second in terms of head cook when I was on Pitmasters. I was Ernest Cervantes' assistant, and I can remember the interview slash application process. The paperwork was absolutely ridiculous, and again, I was only an assistant, So I can only imagine what it's like for the primary, such as yourself. All right, but man, you got all that in. You went through however many Zoom interviews or whatever the case you guys did. Uh, how uh, how how often were they updating you as they started cutting, as they started to call interviewees?
Uh, I didn't know nothing about that process due to the fact that when I it was like a it was like dead time. You know, you send an email and a month later you're here. You know, you're here like, okay, we need this, we need that, we need we need to make sure that you know a physical, or you need to do this. So it never really kind of, it was in the back of my mind that I was continuing, but it didn't like give me a straight path. Every
Yeah,
time it was
yeah,
right. Every time it was like I would say like oh, I passed. I passed to go into second grade. I passed to go in third grade.
yeah.
So I knew it was getting close when it was just a normal physical. I said, okay, I must be going in. I just took a physical kind of. So
Yes, sir. All right, all right. So, man, that had to be both exciting and nerve wracking at the same time. I just really love this comment that Charlie Cruz made. Man, Thyron is a great family man who earned his victory with his family's barbecue traditions. Congrats, brother Ty,
thank you,
brother
thank you,
T. Man, absolutely. What's up, Mike? Just let me hit up a
Mike.
couple of people in the chat, man, that I haven't hit up yet. Quint, what's going on? BKC, Brandon, what's happening, buddy? Uncle Steve is in the house, man. Great to see all you guys and gals. And folks, don't hesitate. If you have any questions for T, anything that I'm not thinking of, anything you want to know about his experience, man, don't hesitate to drop him in the chat. I'm definitely going to be trying to keep up. Triple B, barbecue, bourbon, and blues. What's happening, fellas? Let me get to the bottom right here, man. That is it. That is it. So we're rolling. What's up, TM? Trumpet is in the house. What is going on? Buzz says, remember you are the granddaddy of the barbecue shows. Even though you weren't featured, doesn't mean you ain't respected, bro. Man, thank you so much, Buzz. Absolutely appreciate it, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Still working just real quick. Let's see. What did I miss? Hit that like button, folks. NBL is in the house. Nothing but love. What's happening? All right. So, T, so you finally get the word. Now, you finally get the word that you're going to be one of the contestants, man. Uh, what kind of celebration or what kind of anxiety did that create for you and the family?
It was more or less like it was the unknown. It was like, my wife anxiety was, what are you gonna wear? What kind of outfit you gonna wear? We got to put all your clothes in the cleaners. We have to go to Minneapolis, Minnesota to find you some nice clothes and put them in the cleaners press. I don't need you out there looking ragged. You know, and one of the worst decisions that I think I made was I went and bought these jeans, and these jeans were so thick and heavy. I mean, it was $120 pair of jeans. But my wife said, they look so good on you. You got to have these jeans. But and then the producers or everybody must have thought that that outfit my wife picked out was amazing, because that's the outfit they put me on. The red shirt with
The
the blue,
plaid shirt.
the plaid shirt, yes,
Okay,
with the
yeah,
with the jeans. So
yeah.
my wife, she was right, but the the shoes she picked out was those Timberlands, and them things had my dogs. Oh, when I say pain, bro, I mean, hey Timberland. I love you, but your shoes ain't made to work in. They made to style.
Ah,
So uh I say, the anxiety with me was, you know, it was insecurities in myself. Like it was like it's here now, it's happening. So I was more or less like, why me? What makes me good enough to be on this show? And I just had that anxiety about myself, like the insecurities. Like, I really didn't know what to expect going into the situation. But one thing I do is, and CJ and Smoking Joe and James and Greg, Russ, everybody. I watch YouTube nonstop on my phone, nonstop. So I had a degree in University of YouTube culinary art degree. So everything I kind of didn't know what to do, I always had a sense of something
yeah,
because I watched YouTube and a lot of cooking stuff. But when you're a fan of barbecue, you're a fan of mistakes. You're a fan of all things barbecue, whether it's mistakes or whether it's home runs. You are a fan of everything. And the thing about me is it's just that I always go to the search bar and I put brisket, and I always go to the search bar and put beef ribs. I always go to the search bar and put picanha, and I always hit filter because I want to see the newest video
yeah, yeah,
of what's coming out with different ideas and different situations. And it was going into my database without me even knowing. So I didn't think I was prepared, but evidently I I must have been prepared. But
yeah, yeah.
that was insecurity on my behalf. That was my whole anxiety. Like, man, I just don't want to be that guy that goes in and, and the uh first time going in just get tossed out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I totally understand that, man. I totally understand that. And let me go back 160 seconds. You mentioned you kind of after you got the call that you were in, you started wondering, am I good enough? And I'm here to tell you, bro, the minute you decided to apply, you knew you were good enough.
Okay.
If anything, that's where that question would have came up. Am I good enough to even be on this show? But the minute you decided to put pen to paper or finger to keyboard, whatever the case might be, you knew you were good enough, man. And we saw how things worked as the show progressed. Trumpet is asking, so we're just gonna hit up some questions. Trumpet is asking, did y'all film for 1 week? How long was the shoot?
Uh it was a great shoot. I think we was in Georgia for, oh my goodness. It was at least 3 weeks, I believe so. 3 weeks. You know, but we went in filming that whole time. We just, it was just more time. I guess we was down there when it was setting up cause the first time we walked out was the first time ever seeing anything.
All
So
right, seeing the,
the
the
rest
setup.
the setup, yeah, the rest of that
Yeah.
was just going through certain things, just answering questions. That's basically it.
All right, sweet. Johnny Mag said Thyron really showed his knowledge of smoking and equipment better than some of the other contestants. And that really stood out, man. Your experiences, the fact that you've got 75 pits in the backyard at home, it really showed that you were comfortable. And the fact that you can adjust on the fly, like we all saw. Every now and again, man, you've got to be able to come up with an idea to remedy something wrong with a given pit,
Mm-hmm.
and you were able to do that. So Johnny Maggs is absolutely correct. Yeah, he is absolutely correct.
Thank you,
Josh
Josh.
asked, Josh asked, what types of cooks did you prep for the show? Did you practice long, complex cooks to get done in a much faster way? And one of the things we all saw, T, before you get to that question, one of the things we all saw that while the show says barbecue showdown, uh, very often there are some non-traditional barbecue uh, things on the menu as well as techniques, man. Am I correct there?
Yes. So it's it was no preparing for anything they had, because during the time of of going through the uh, interview process, a bidding process, it was 15, 20 degrees in Iowa, below zero. It was frigid cold. So I could not go out there in the state of Iowa and do any cooks or any practice cooks. It seriously, it was all like me watching this show and just thinking, what would I do? Well, it was more like, it was more uh what's the word I'm looking at? It was more psychological reps,
Yeah, yeah,
psychological
yeah,
reps.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
and, and catering has prepared me for the ups and downs,
yeah,
because when you cater, you don't know what can happen. We leave, if we have a wedding and the wedding party need to eat at 6, we leave at 4 o'clock in the morning and get there around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so that we can adapt and overcome for the weather to uh, uh so when catering, we always leave early so we can adapt and overcome when it comes to weather, or the smoker, or you know in Iowa it's all about electricity and wet weather. So
yeah, yeah.
sometimes we need electricity. So I was used to adapting and overcoming, but you were learning, but you didn't know you were learning. It was just something that was, built into you about that situation.
Yes, sir. And Trumpet is a nut. He said, "Was that the jeans that you burnt the biscuits?"
Oh my god. Hey, let me say something about that. Guys, Logan Logan really was a life changer, guys. I was so the toughest part of cooking on this TV show was the cameras in your face. You know, that created a different stress level than I ever imagined. So when that happened, those cameras in your face, the stress level went to a different level than I ever experienced before. So my mind actually had a brain fart. It truly did. It truly went just like, it deflated. And that first show, thank you for beef ribs. If you know anything about tea, I cook beef ribs nonstop. So I wanted to go with different proteins so I could turn in more proteins than what I needed. But when the biscuits burned, that was a straw that broke T's back.
Now, let me ask you about that, because uh, you know, I know what I don't know. I know what I'm not comfortable with. And I will tell you, I biscuits are pretty simple. But if it's something that you haven't done, you're just not a, you're just not going to go out there and bake proper biscuits. You know what I'm saying? As simple as it is, you still got to have a knowledge of the ingredients. Now, you baked biscuits before?
No.
What?
My first time, so I bake sweet potato pies in the holidays. I bake about once a year, and only, listen, guys, I swear before biscuits and gravy, I only baked sweet potato pies, and I only did sweet potato pies the last about 7 years, but never baked a pound cake before, never baked a cheesecake before, none of that. None of that ever did before. That was just me looking at my mama, looking at my grandma, looking at my wife, and just keeping stuff in the database, looking at YouTube, and just knowing what I like.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's all that was. And you notice my
yeah.
dessert were very basic, but I hit the nail on the head. I knew that I needed butter, sugar, vanilla, and fat. I just knew that, and flour. I just knew that.
Yes, sir. And you know, to go back to Josh's comment, uh, did you practice? You know, I'm the type T. You know, if I'd gotten accepted to that show and given enough time, man, I'd have practiced some of the simpler sides. I would have learned easy biscuits. I would have learned the easy potato salad. Cause mom is usually the side professional in the house, but given enough time to practice, I would have gotten some of the basic side items knocked out. I'm comfortable with just about any protein, but the sides are something that I would definitely have to bone up on to get a couple of more items in my toolbox, so to speak, man. So Josh's comment was dead on. Absolutely.
And add to that side thing is I cater, and I'm a full caterer. I do all sides, and what I mean by sides is I don't stray from money. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't. If a caterer tells me I want this, and they got enough money, I'm gonna figure out what they want, and I'm gonna put it on the plate. So
Yes,
with
sir.
that being said, I have the opportunity to cook a lot of stuff that normally a normal caterer would stay in the
Well,
lane and
yeah,
cook.
yeah, yeah.
But my problem is I always use my smokers as ovens. Like we warm a lot of stuff up that takes an oven on our pellet grill or on our smoker or our hot box cornbreads and things of that nature, all our sides, and we got greens going. If we got stuff like that going, we stew stuff down in our smoker. So it's not necessarily uh I thought I was practicing. It's just that I have experience with just using that as a caterer,
Yeah,
a
yeah. I'm with you.
weekend warrior.
Yeah, I'm with you. Gregory says, congrats to both of you great pit masters for what you do and continue to do. Much appreciated, Gregory.
Thank, thank,
Absolutely appreciate it, man.
thank you,
Yeah.
Gregory.
Trumpet says he would love to be in one of those shows. Dude, I'm telling you, man, there are going to be opportunities out there. And you just got to be confident enough to jump on it, man. Uh, the worst thing that can happen is they said, hey, not this time. You know, nothing lost. Yeah, nothing lost. T, I don't know. I don't know if that question is in here yet, but it's one that I have. Uh, did your family travel with you?
No, it was just me by my lonesome,
Okay.
and that was stress within itself. Cause the longest I've been without my wife since we've been married is when I was in the academy, and that was at the beginning of our marriage. So uh, this was very strange to me, just not to roll over and have my wife there and say. And at the time, other stress was going on because I had a daughter senior year. She had to. She was a parent night out, the prom, things like that was going on. And it was my daughter's senior year that I had to miss. So a lot of that was stressful, and and it was certain things that we couldn't communicate. So I just had to be out there kind of solo a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, those guys will want to see you use old Rusty, man.
So old Rusty is getting a makeover. Old Rusty is at the welder.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
it's getting a brand new trailer bed. It's getting a brand new baffle. It's getting when old Rusty
Sweet.
get done.
Trumpet, I would love to see your big head on TV, man. I got a
Yes,
big screen. It'll fit. Yeah, yeah, it'll fit.
yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
uh, it'll fit. Daddy Dutch is in the house. What's happening, baby? How are you doing? So
Ken,
T,
what up, brother?
uh, T, you get there, man. And I'm certain the other contestants all show up at the same time.
Yes, sir.
So, in terms of camaraderie, man, how was that? I mean, all you guys are coming from different parts of the nation, different walks of life. How, as a group, how did you guys mesh?
Man, we're so you think about barbecue people, and if you put barbecue people together, it's amazing. It's like right now, I it I know you, brother. I know you, CJ. I love you. I know you. We may never met in person, but I know you. So it was just like that because we have the same love for barbecue that brought us together. So it was like a jail, like we jailed together. But I was, tell you the truth, I was really intimidated of like those guys. You know, just be honest with you. I was just, not, I want to say intimidated. Yeah, intimidated. I was having confident issues due to the fact that, I didn't know what to expect. And, I'm a rib cooker, brisket cooker, chicken cooker, uh, uh, sometimes steak
Beef,
cooker.
all things beef.
Yeah, all things beef and pork.
Yeah,
Moose, point, club, like that. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And traditional barbecue. So, I knew that, but it's just that I don't know. You get there, see these guys, and I never forget when I walked in. I had like a beard, like it was a little lighter than the beard I got now. And Joey Victorian, Joey V, he walks in. He has this full,
Yeah,
beautiful,
yeah, yeah.
luscious beard, and then John Boy has this beard, luscious, and then everybody walked in with these nice, good beards. I went in the room and shaved my crap off. I did. I did. I was
That's
like,
too funny.
man, I'm walking around here
Yeah,
with this crap on my face,
yeah,
and I
that's
gotta go.
too funny.
Yeah,
What is cool about bringing folks from different walks of life. T, they
yeah,
all come in there, man, with strengths and weaknesses. Many of them aren't. Some of them aren't going to be pit masters, so to speak. Uh, Whereas they may be more of the chef type. So they're
yeah,
going to have an edge on things like plating, on a lot of sides, those types of things. But one place you're always going to be able to compete, man, is that protein.
yes, indeed.
And ultimately that is where the meat is, no pun intended. That is the meat of the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you've got a good strong grasp of that protein, you're going to compete. Yeah, you
You
are
in the
going to
fight.
compete.
You in the fight.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. uh Buzz is asking, T, were the pits seasoned, and how was it cooking on unfamiliar pits?
Well, no fun attended sponsors. If you're out there, hey, I'm for sale, but I'm not loyal to any particular smoker. I smoke on any and everything. Give me a grocery cart and some fire, and I will smoke on it. I I love smoking on contraptions for like just anything with a hood because that's what I grew up cooking on. I grew up cooking on deep freezers and stuff like that we turned into smoker brick pits that we had to put tin on top with a brick on top of the tin to keep the heat in on a brick pit. I grew up cooking on that kind of stuff.
Yes,
So
sir.
just having something with a smoker was pretty, amazing. But cooking on the lane and cooking on the most uncomfortable smoker cooking on, to answer our question, I want to get back on the question, was the big green egg. That thing produced smoke flavor, concentrated smoke flavor. Like it shocked me. It shocked the world. It shocked me so bad. I didn't know that the Kamada grills produced the
That kind of flavor.
concentrated flavor that they produce. I messed around and found out. you know.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Yes, sir, man. Mom and I did our thing back in the days. I can say back in the days now. Johnny Mag says the baked potato was one of the challenge. T had it won with the peacock strut.
Yes, indeed, Johnny.
Ah,
Love you, Johnny.
my man Millennial. TNT represented for the FLA, where we barbecue and parlay. What's
Yes,
happening, Darnell? How you doing this evening, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to
yes,
see you. Brian Vstrom is in the house. Let's see who else we got. Anybody new? And man, Charlie's asking a question I've got down written on my cue card. Did you get to taste any of your competition's food?
yes, yes. Oh, oh my. You know, when everything's over, you kind of grab stuff at the end when you cook and things of that nature. Logan made something called chili crisp. On the spice is nice. That chili crisp, I never
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
I never experienced anything like that before in my life. And to this day, I'm like, Logan, send me some chili crisp. They're amazing. I was like, where have I been all my life? And then I ate some of that pho, and I'm like, man. And Money Michelle had these mushrooms, and it was a mama mushroom, and I tasted Money Michelle mushrooms. I was like in heaven, but Miss Delilah candy yams, Miss Delilah candy yams, bro. Ate
Did
them
she put it
yams,
down?
bro. Let me tell you something, man. Them yams put me. Them yams. If I wasn't so tired, I'd have went in the corner and went to sleep and with my thumb up my mouth. Them
Uh,
yams, them yams, man. Like that song said, "Can I get you them yams, sweet
yeah.
yams?"
Yeah. Hey, tell Mike again, where did you guys film?
Covington, Georgia.
You say Covington?
Covington. Wait,
Okay.
Dookie Howser and all that was filmed at.
All
Just
right,
to
sweet,
put on.
sweet. Yeah. And Keith is gonna jump to the tail end of things real early. How did it feel when you won? What did Uncle Sid say?
Okay. So, guys, every episode, if you see me, I had this shocked look on my face, like I won, but probably one episode that was with the deep freezer. Cause I knew that God smiled on me with that episode with the deep freezer. But when I won, I was getting so great of competitors until it surprised me because I was looking at them work their butt off, and as I'm looking at them working their butt off, I feel exhausted. I feel mentally whipped. That trench, that thing called a trench, that thing wasn't no joke. My son say, low key, that trench was a monster. They should have called it the boogeyman. That trench was my boogeyman. And
Yeah.
when I won, I was tired, and it was like I was in a fog. So imagine walking through a fog, and they say you won, and I wanted to jump up and say yes, yes, but you notice when I grabbed Logan and hugged him, my knees buckled. But it was worth it because he actually had to hold me up
Yeah,
because
yeah,
when a football player said I left everything on the field, guys,
yeah, yeah.
it wasn't a competition with Logan. It wasn't a competition with no competitors. The competition, I'm talking for me, not nobody else. Competition was in me. It
Yeah.
was a competition with my self-esteem, with my uh know-how, with me thinking, do I belong here? It was just like trying to outrun a bear, me and Logan. And I didn't have to outrun the bear, I just had to outrun Logan. So when I won, it was like a sigh of relief. And I wanted to do all that good stuff, like jump up and down and stuff. But my mind was willing, but my body was like, try,
Yeah.
try. You going to the hospital, boy, you try. So, so yes, it felt amazing. But did I sleep like I never slept before after the show was over? All I wanted to see was a bed. And
Yes,
I was
sir.
so excited, but it was still like walking in a cloud because it was a actual competition. Like it was not like guys, I'm telling you, it was no acting, it was no retaking, it was no timeouts, it was clock, start, and you done. It
Yes,
was
sir.
wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And everything that could happen happened during episodes to me. I really, when I watch the show, it's like watching it from a second part because I watch it to watch the other contestants because they're such great people. Due to the fact that I really couldn't worry about nobody or nothing necessarily because I was so involved in what I had going on. If you notice, I didn't get a chance to talk to Kevin and Melissa a lot because I was just I had to take every ounce, every breath towards finishing every task because it was a monster of a competition, and I
Yeah,
was getting
yeah.
stiff competition. But speaking of, can I talk a little bit about Kevin and Melissa?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
All right, Kevin Bledsoe and Melissa Cookston. They are truly, truly genuine, amazing people. Like Melissa, she reminds me a lot of my mother. She's not gonna give you a leg up if you don't deserve it. She's not gonna tear you down neither, but she's not gonna tell you. She's not gonna make you a title. She wouldn't get along with a title people. you know,
I'm with
she
you. Yeah.
she gonna call an ace a ace and a spade a spade. So I admire that, and then I admire it meant more when she said job well done. Bledsoe, he is that person that when he say stuff to you, it's with so much thought. Like he told me, he said, Big T, get your stuff together. You were this close for being on the bottom. In our first episode, he told me that. And I remember like when he said that, it struck me to the core. It did something to me, and I'm like, it woke me up, it pinched me, it woke me up,
He's
and
like that scary daddy.
yes, like that scary daddy, it woke me up, and then when he said, "I'm glad you showed up and showed out," after the second episode, that was one of my proudest moments on the show. I could have went home after that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could have went home. I could have went home after that comment. Like I was like, whoo, okay. I mean, I won the episode, but to me, that was my winning. When he said, "I'm glad you came in." This is before I knew I won the episode. He said, "I'm glad you showed up and showed out with the birria tacos, the beef cheeks," and that truly penetrated my heart. And uh, if you can see that episode, I was stunned
Yeah, yeah.
because uh, each time, guys, I truly, truly mean this. I poured my heart out on that plate. And that was my
That's it.
first time ever making birria tacos. Uh, that came from a YouTube. My
Sweet.
best bud, Rick from the meat stall,
Yeah, yeah.
he said, T, you got to taste these birria tacos, man. And I'm like, man, what in the hell are you talking about a taco, bro? We barbecue people like, nah, man. And he made them with pork. And
Okay.
when he came and visited me, I had them. And I'm like, man, this is amazing. But I never cooked them before.
Yeah, yeah.
So when the challenge came on, I thought about, man, them birria tacos, but I just said pork is too safe. What can I do to put in a taco? And I remember watching James and Smoking Joe Pitts. And they do the barbacoa. And I say, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do beef cheeks. And I went in there and I seen some beef cheeks trimmed up, CJ, perfectly. Like God has took the
Yeah,
beef cheeks
yeah.
and laid them out there. No silver skin, no sinew
Sweet.
fat on it, no fat hanging off the edges. I was like, I'll be dang. Look at these beef
Yeah,
cheeks.
yeah.
So it was like that.
Sweet. Now, let's go back. First time you see the kitchen, the commissary, whatever they call it on the set. Uh, how well stocked was it? Two-part question. How well stocked was that commissary? And is there one item that you wish they had that they didn't?
All right. So it was everything a pit master would dream of for us: meat, protein, seasons, uh, but it was nothing pre-made.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if I could have wished for anything, I would have wanted like like for instance, Uncle Steve Shake or a Chupacabra or some type of Texas, pig dust or something
yeah,
like that. That was already made, because everything you had to make, even chorizo, I couldn't just go to the cooler and get chorizo out of the cooler. I actually had to make my own chorizo,
yeah, yeah.
for my
Now
rice.
that seasoning that you gave your boy
Yes,
for the chicken, what was that?
man. All right, so it's in the market right now, and
All right, so that was yours. All right. We'll hold that question for
okay,
later on. We'll
yeah,
hold that. We'll talk about that later on. So
all right.
so I said all that. All right, to answer to get you to answer Josh's question. What was the food that you chose? Because whatever you prepared, you selected. So they didn't mandate any particular meat. So what do you think intimidated you the most?
Those, well, oxtails. Those oxtails, I never
Oh my
ever.
God, man! Come on!
No, no, I'm talking like for us, I, I before it's like 6 hours to
Yeah,
cook
yeah,
oxtails on a refrigerator. I chose the pork or the ham because I knew I could do pork. I knew 6 hours I could do a pork butt. But those oxtails was my secondary And I just said, you know what? I need something to compete against these juggernauts of cook. I wanted
Yeah, yeah.
something that represented down south, country boy, but also something that was a wow factor. Who does pull oxtails? Like. I wanted something to shock the world. I wanted to shock the world. I wanted to knock that George Foreman out. You know, I wanted to run with the jungle. So I knew that Mr. Lila, Logan, all of them was bringing the fire because we were hungry. So I said, okay, I need something that I'm comfortable with, and I need something that's outside the box because it was one protein. You only had to do one protein. I did two. So one was safe and the other one was a gamble. And when both of them turned out right, because I knew when you put oxtails on there, they're going to tighten up. But I knew if I put enough butter, if I put enough lard, and I put enough foil on it,
You break them down.
I'm going to break them down.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you showed up with those oxtails, dude, I was on cloud 9. I felt good. I said, T gotta know how to cook these, man, because that was an awesome choice. Because not everybody can do oxtail. Not everybody's comfortable with oxtail. So
Yeah.
when you showed us those oxtail, I was like, oh hell yes, he's gonna kill this one. He's gonna kill this one. That was an awesome choice.
Yes. So that right there was a intimidating protein. And another intimidating protein was um help me with this. Help me with this because this is the problem I had pronouncing words. The fish was called Bronzino. It's
I had never heard of it before either. Yeah, I
okay.
had never heard of it.
Hey,
Yeah,
Food Network, baby.
yeah, yeah. I had
Ricky
never
Ray,
heard of it.
Bobby Flake cook a lot of Bronzino.
Oh,
So
does he?
yeah.
Hey,
So,
I would have killed that salmon. Yeah. Yeah.
so I always knew that, okay, T, if you don't step outside your lane, you're not gonna compete with these guys. You have to swing for the fences. So when I chose Bronzino, it was something that I wasn't comfortable with, but fish is fish,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So I got the Bronzino. I knew lemon and and I was very confident in that cook. And that was one of those things when Kevin told me that my caper sauce was bland, I was really stunned. I never, that was one of the only times that I would say I didn't disagree with him because flavor is subjected.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was one time where I was like, man, like, every other time I was like, okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that time I was like, man, that thing no, it was
Man, yeah,
good.
come on.
I taste that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah. I, I know the feeling. Yeah, I know
You
the
know,
feeling. What's happening,
so
Glenn? Hey, let me just holler at a couple of folks, man.
okay.
What's happening, Glenn? How are you? Great to see you. My man Eddie Wright is in the house. What's happening, Eddie?
Yeah. What
Uh,
up, Ed?
hey, Charlie. Charlie, you and I are in the same boat, man. That is the one thing one of the things I've never owned. I'm not gonna say the one thing, but one of the things I never own is one of those ceramic cookers. And every time I see them being used, they turn out an awesome product. So I think they're worthwhile. So I can definitely see one of those in my future, replacing one of my Weber kettles, because now I'm at the point where if a new one comes in, an old one's got to go. Yeah. So I can definitely see that, Charlie. Yes, as Mario says, he has the acorn kamado, but a big green egg would be a nice upgrade. Yes, so I could definitely be in the market for a ceramic, man. Charles Blackwell, what's happening, buddy? Great to see you, man. Where's Uncle Said? Charles said. Where's Uncle Said?
Pray for Uncle Sam. They saying where you at? Hey, he feeling under the weather. Pray for him.
Okay. Hey, Brandon is asking, man, what would you change, if anything, about the competition setup, the way things were set up?
You know, if it wasn't for the valley, I wouldn't appreciate the mountain.
Yeah, yeah. It's all
So
about a challenge, baby. It's all about a
yeah,
challenge, man.
so I wouldn't change nothing, and I'm honestly gonna say that like it was a challenge. I wouldn't want to make it any more harder because
Yeah.
you know,
Buzz, Buzz, I'm like you, man. I consider myself a pro, and I've got a good solid grasp of the game, man. And I think you can throw me anything at me, man, and I can find a way to pull it off. I'm definitely able to. I pride myself in the ability to adapt and overcome, to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So you and I are in the same boat there, man. And T, we can see you make that happen. Yeah, we saw you make that happen. Mama says it was great to watch you show your skills. T,
thank you,
let's
Mama.
see. Buzz said he made straight up tender ribs on a campfire at deer camp. No grates, all wood. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yes,
dude, I'm telling you, I'm a fan of those types of cook, man. And I'm here to tell you every opportunity I get to showcase my skills, whether I'm wearing slacks or casuals or dress clothes. If I need to hop on the grill to make something happen, I'm your man. So
yes.
I definitely can appreciate that, Buzz.
But I want to say something though. Going through this whole thing, it was it was a lot of people that believed in me, but my number one cheerleader was my wife. Like
Oh,
she,
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, when I say that, I mean she was there, even if she wasn't there, but she was there when I got to make that phone call. She was cheerleading so hard for me, and it almost bring tears to my eyes because she always been my number one fan, and and it's just like it was many a nights where we was filling that application out, and she just wouldn't stop until I got my emotions on that paper,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the right emotions, and she wouldn't stop. I mean, she went straight Dr. Phil, straight Oprah, sitting on the couch like, you know, you got to get these out of you, honey. You know, and
Oh, I
it's
can I can only imagine what Mama would put me through. Mm.
man, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah.
So I thank God that my wife was just such amazing woman and partner that she just I mean cause when I was gone she held it down. She had to
Yes, sir.
cook in the cold, but that really made me want to continue to make it worthwhile because it was times where I was defeated. Like I felt defeated. My body was just like, those Charlie horses, bruh. I caught a Charlie horse so bad. If anybody knows anything about a Charlie horse, a Charlie
Uh,
horse. Uh, 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 so I'm gonna explain this like this without trying to explain it in a way. But you could be Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. And a Charlie horse can ruin. Let's get it on. If you
yes,
make
sir.
you pick up what I'm laying down.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
A
Yeah,
Charlie horse
absolutely.
is a mood ruiner, and I caught a Charlie horse so bad. So it was a lot of persevering through things that, and I knew that I had to get a handle on my health. You know, that's one thing I thank God for that competition. It made me realize that I have to get a grip on my health, and I'm still picking up a little weight, but I got to get back down again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I done picked up 15 pounds, but I got to get the 15 pounds off me. I'm gonna go to the gym in between barbecues and get that off me.
Yeah,
But health as well,
absolutely.
and that competition exposed that because I probably could have did a lot better if I was a little more healthy, a lot more healthy. And so that kind of snatched the wool off of me and exposed my health to me as a
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, because that when I say that competition did everything but put me in the ground and put the nails in the coffin.
I can imagine, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can imagine. Yeah. Uh, hey, Troy, man, I totally know what you're talking about. I've heard of so many people, man, having to go to the hospital from inhaling this Canadian haze slash smoke from these brush fires, man.
oh my
It
goodness.
That Northeast is really catching it. So just take care of number one, man. Yeah, take care of number one. Trumpet agrees. Yeah, it is bad. Yeah, it absolutely is. Josh is asking, T, did you ever have a moment where you really felt you had a decent shot? And if so, at what stage in the comp did you really start thinking, hey, you know what? I can win this thing?
When when they so when they pulled out with those deep freezers, and when they
Yeah.
said that Bush's original baked beans was the secret ingredient, I said to myself, God has smiled on me today.
Yes, sir.
You know, uh, uh, I, I truly had a confidence in that particular round, and that confidence I had was like, man, I maybe can win this, but um, I was put in line. I was put back in line on the back in the trenches. That
Yeah.
trenches was the equalizer. The trenches, that trench, it equalized everybody's ability. Uh, what you knew and what you thought you knew. The trench was the equalizer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would have put me on a reverse flow smoker and put me on a Weber Keller grill, a pellet grill, a Traeger, that type stuff. I'm out there like, hey, come over here, let me show you this.
Yeah. Yeah. You said
You know,
that the trench was an even playing field.
the trench was, hey, like they said, God created all men, but Smith and Wesson made us equal.
Yeah.
Hey, 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 Netflix made got us there, but that trench made us all equal.
Yes.
That trench equalized everybody's ability. I'm telling you, it it was such a deflating factor in cooking because we had the elements like we digging in clay like it was so tough to dig a hole. It was the weather was just one day hot, next day cold. It started to rain. It was a elements, and then when you was in the trench, you was in the fire, and you get so hot. And and one thing I noticed, Miss Delilah, you see me sitting down, and she's 70 years old, and she's standing up, and I'm sitting down like
Yeah, she making it happen. Yeah, yeah.
she's making it happen, and I'm sitting down like, and I'm looking at her like, do this dang old woman ever sit down? And I'm sitting like,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to say is all that is mind games that your mind is playing with you, like because you're battling the elements and you're battling. I keep going back to this, but you're really battling yourself. So the trench just equalized it made us all have same playing field because you can't prepare for that. And most definitely I couldn't because in Iowa it was -15, -20 degrees.
Yes, sir. Yes. Charles, it was on Netflix, man. All you got to do is go to Netflix and hit Barbecue Showdown, and it will pop up. And I'll tell you, it's an awesome binge watch. Mom and I were stuck to the couch one Saturday, and we weren't going to stop until we reached the end. So you
Like,
definitely, you definitely want to check it out. Yes, Charlie, absolutely. I can only imagine, man, having your wife as your biggest fan is absolutely priceless.
yes.
Angela's in the house.
Because
Hey, lady, how are you doing, man? Better late than never. Better late than never. Oh, yeah, Mr. B, you know it. That's my motto, man. I'll make it happen one way or the other. Triple
amen.
B is saying, T, you, your wife, Uncle Sedum, the family, awesome people. Glad that my wife got to talk to her. Can't thank you guys enough. I'm sure it looked like y'all had a large time, man. That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. T, let me ask you another question, man. Who, which one of the contestants was one that you hated to see leave?
Oh my goodness. Man,
I thought I'd put you on the spot with this one.
oh my goodness. That's like asking me which one was your favorite
I
kid.
I thought I'd put you on the spot with this one.
Well, it's a twofold answer. Not
All
twofold
right.
question, but twofold answer. The first one was Joey V. Joey Victoria.
Yeah.
Man, okay, prime example. You know, I one day I was just singing a song and I was singing uh I forgot what song I was singing. It was like put on your red dress, slip on your Johnny Gill, I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this dude, this dude comes out and he comes out with this most amazing voice. And he already intimidated me with the beard. He already made
yeah.
me insecure, made me cut my beard off. CJ, it's like your beard compared to my beard,
yeah.
your beard all nice, what I'm saying? I got like a little, a little something, something, but he already made me go cut my beard off, you know.
Uh,
So,
uh,
you know, he was just such a great guy. Like in the words of my brother Rick from the meat stall, he's a pit master, favorite pit master.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
You know,
Yeah.
he's that guy. He's that guy that just sit back, have a couple cold ones, and then Logan, like me and Logan tight, like we tight, like me, Logan, Joey B, all of us, Michelle, all of us are tight. So I hate to see every last one of them go,
Yes, sir.
but I am glad that I didn't go. I, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm happy. That's the competition, T. Like Michelle say, that's the competition, T. I don't like that, T.
Yes, sir.
You
No,
know,
that's totally understood, man. Yeah,
yes,
that is totally understood. Triple
but
B said, "Looked like the trench was a challenge for everybody," and that is absolutely correct, man. That is absolutely correct. All right,
eh,
let's see what Millennial is singing. My. Sure look good tonight.
yeah.
T, another question. If you had one thing to do over from the show, the end result would still be the same. You're still going to be the
Mhm.
man. If you had one thing to go back and do over, what would it be?
It would have been the first episode because the first episode, even with me being on the bottom two, on the one, the stuff episode, we had the stuff and roll stuff. I don't regret that, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But the first episode, I think that's where I was supposed to shine in my mind, but my nerves just took over, and I wasn't prepared for that many cameras, that much shooting in my face. I mean, it was just like it was beyond explaining. I was sitting there like a deer in the headlights, like most of the time, just in a cloud, in a daze. So that first episode, I really wish I could have just sucked it up, kind of breathed through it, and got over my nerves and performed the way I should have performed, because I really feel like it was lackluster performance. Thank God for them beef ribs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
so we know, after a professional team wins a sports championship, they come home to people in the airport cheering them on. They get a parade. Uh I know where this wasn't a national championship or whatever you want to call it, but dude, uh, how 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 well is the win known in your immediate community, in your
Wow.
immediate locality?
Man, I like I I I try to I keep it in check because it just ain't me, but it's hard to get used to when people are constantly saying, "Can I get an autograph?" or "Can I get a picture with you?" So it and they support me by driving. Like, I have people come from 5 hours, 6 hours away, follow me on my events, and send me inspirational messages. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanna respond to everything, because but I have a agent that is a social media guy, and he has jumped on board. It's AP. His name AP, and he's truly like helped me to respond to all this going on, because
Yes, sir.
he knows my heart, and he calls me nonstop. He said, "At, what do you want to say to this? What do you want to say to that?" So everything is thoughtful, because I really want to be thoughtful in my response, but I also only have 24 hours in a day, and I have to sleep. I have to go to work at the sheriff office. I have to do certain things. But with that being said, man, I've been received amazingly, like amazing. Like I said, I think the only negative thing I would say is I kind of felt bad for not having the watch party in the town I was in, but
Yeah.
my best friend and her husband took over that, and did it for me. So that was an honor that they took on that responsibility and did that free of charge. Like, it was huge. It was like 350 people there, and they hosted me at their farm.
Sweet,
And
sweet.
yes, and that made me feel amazing. And the staff that showed up to work my trailer and feed people food, and we cooked 100 slabs of ribs. We cooked brisket. We cooked like 100 pounds of brisket. We cooked 200 pounds of pork butt. We cooked about 150 pounds of chicken quarters. We cooked and we gave food out. Everything was free. Everything was
Yes, sir.
free. You know, but I was so honored to have the turnout I had at the watch party, because you know we put $5,000 into the food. You know, but I was honored that everybody that volunteered and helped make this watch party happen, like Chris, Manny, my wife, Hillary, and Tim Chinsful. That's the farm we use. Like, these people really came through to make me feel like a star. And I just thank God for 'em. I have a core group of people that love my draws, and I love them. And I like to make sure that that I don't take them for granted. So it's
Yes, sir.
good, but it's also humbling because it just it's amazing.
That's awesome, man. Arzel is in the house, man. Good to see you, Arzel. All right, congrats, Thyron.
Thank you, brother.
Steven, what's up? Yes, sir. Congrats on the barbecue showdown.
Thank
Steven,
you.
how are you doing? Glenn, how are you doing?
What's up, Steven?
Millennial said your mop sauce is about to go wiggity, 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 whack crazy. Let's go. So on that note, Millennial, thank you. That's a great transition, man. T, let's talk about uh, the irons you currently have in the fire, man.
Man,
What's
look.
going on?
So this right here, this is so this is called Royal Gold. And this is named after the old country town that I grew up in. This sauce right here is a mustard-based sauce. But this thing right here is just not a barbecue sauce. This is a everyday sauce. Hot dogs, burgers, everything.
Put that label up where they can see it, man. Can you? All right, that's not. Yeah. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better.
This
All
is
right,
the
so
Royal
that's
Gold.
already on the market. I see there's a label on it.
Yes, already on the market. UPC code, ingredients, nutritional value, already on the market. Royal Gold, and I have uh Breeze Open Pit. This is my daddy. This is my daddy. Breeze Open Pit. Now this sauce is very dear to my heart. This was supposed to be a mopping sauce right here, and I was gonna have 3 different mopping sauces, but and then it became a rib glaze. But then when I kept trying to home in the recipe, it became a barbecue sauce, and I love this barbecue sauce. Uh, this is a uh, this sauce is amazing, and and of course I got a sweet and spicy sauce. It's called Mama's Pal Sweet and Spicy. All of them you can find at www.bbqtnt.com, and that uh is a sweet and
Hey,
spicy
hang on for
mopping
a
sauce.
second. Let me. Hey, Mama, can you find TNT's website and post it? Or if anybody's out there knows that website, Trumpet, find that website and post it, man. I'm not capable.
Mm-hmm. So,
All right, so
it,
I will tell you, T, the only thing that I've used so far is the original mop sauce. And folks, if you don't have that mop sauce in your toolbox, you are lacking. You are lacking.
oh, that means a
That
lot,
mop
bro.
sauce is a mop. It's a spritz. It's a dip. You can spoon it on sandwiches. You do pulled pork or whatever the case might be. It's an all-purpose, folks.
Uh,
You could use that thing as a salad dressing.
and greens.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an all-purpose. So I'm in love with the mop sauce. All right.
oh
So
man,
I'm looking to get my hands on the rest of the line.
yeah, it's coming. It's supposed to be there, but I just got my bag. I just got my bag.
Ah,
We've been uh we've been working nonstop shipping all over the world. And James, how you doing, brother James?
so James then changed his name. What's up?
Brother James, to change his name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, been
Yeah, man.
changed.
Yeah, he's been laying low. royalty is in the house for real, man. Yeah, for
Royal
real.
Florida, Royal Gold,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
Hometown, born and raised.
Yeah. That mop sauce is legit. Now, I told you we talk about that orange rub that you brought your boy for the chicken on the show. Tell the folks about that.
So, my well, the name of the rub is gonna be uh. So my brother Tyrone. He did 22 years in the United States Army as EOD, and uh, he came home from Afghanistan. Was it Iraqi Freedom? I mean, Iraqi Freedom. One of them. He came home. He'd been deployed a lot as an EOD officer, and me and him had a competition at my mother's house, and he had the prettiest ribs I ever seen in my life. And he was like, "Man, this I'm using this as a rub. I'm using this stuff as a rub." And uh, and he mixed some stuff with some stuff, which you seen on my YouTube video, CJ.
Yeah, yeah.
He mixed stuff with some stuff, and he put it on his ribs, and it turned them ribs that beautiful orange color. And he smoked them, and I said, "Wow!" And I still, he beat me on the ribs, but I beat him on everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
And I took that seasoning and I kind of talked to him. We tweaked it a little bit, and right now we're in the process of making that seasoning uh in production. It's just that
Sweet.
it takes a lot of money to come out with these seasonings and rubs because you got to send them to the lab, lab fees and things of that nature. So this is this coming out probably that orange season will probably be out early fall, beginning of winter. And
All right, sounds good.
it's gonna be called Brother Ty's EOD Dust. And the EOD is not gonna stand for explosive ordnance disposal. It, it's gonna stand for explosive. He has it written down, but it's gonna be with explosive, with the TNT
Yeah,
barbecue,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that's gonna be the rub. It's his rub. I'm gonna give him credit for it.
Yes, sir. Folks, there's the website. All right, to some awesome products, man. You definitely want to get these products in your toolbox. You're not
Yeah,
gonna go wrong for it, man. You're not
yeah.
gonna go wrong for it. All right, let's see what else we got going. Charlie Cruz says you can smoke leather with that mop sauce. I agree, man. Hey,
Thank, thank,
I haven't yet tried it on the greens, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Absolute mop sauce magic, man. Yeah.
thank, thank you, Mr. Cruz. Thank
And that vinegar in there, Mike, for sure, is an absolute tenderizer, man. Yeah, it's
yeah.
an absolute tenderizer. Arzell said he has the first video he did on the mop sauce. His mom used to make a mop sauce when she was living. All right, she also showed him how to barbecue and been smoking since he was 13 years old. My man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, millennial James done got a little uppity on us. Then changed the name low key. Yeah, I didn't even recognize until somebody mentioned it. Yeah,
Brother James.
James, where you been, man? How are you doing, bro? Still the man. Still the man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. James still the man. Yes, sir.
So T, have you usually from show to show, and if you can't say anything, then don't. But I have to ask the question. Uh any ideas, man, any contact for future uh shows, appearances?
Well, right now I have a shout out to my agent AP. Uh, he's been working hard behind the scenes. He's been getting a hold of a lot of people, a lot of different organizations, and we're doing things that hopefully will put me in a situation where I could be on a lot of different uh opportunities to see my face more in
Yes,
the
sir.
public.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
with that, I have a great response from America. They like my attitude. They like when I persevere. Uncle Steve, love you, brother. Love you, Uncle Steve, like a fat kid loves cake. I'm a fan of Uncle Steve,
Oh,
CJ.
no doubt, man. What's not to love?
I know, man. But
Yeah.
so things are working behind the scenes, and I think that you know, he just been doing amazing work, and right now I don't have the time to work on that kind of stuff, so everything is left in his hands for his handling all that type of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's
All right,
doing an amazing job.
man. Always awesome to have great people in your corner, man. Yeah,
Yes.
always. My man Guggen is in the house. What's happening, dude? Guggen, you disappeared for a little bit, man. You shut down shop. I understand how life can get in the way sometimes, man, but good to see you back. Good to see you back. Troy says that mop sauce became a go-to for him. Love it on pork and beef. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, Troy. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Man, we hit that one already, man. T, so anything else, man? You want these guys and gals to know, man? Anything else you got in the pipeline? Anything coming?
Uh, so first of all, I want to thank everybody because believe it or not, y'all are part of my story. You know, it was time where I had to call you, CJ, and ask you your advice on a lot of stuff. And same thing with James, same thing with Rick from the Meat Stop. This community has been so good to me and my family. And I want to start by saying thanking everybody. Thanks to everybody being there for me. But things coming down the pipe, I just got a brand new 108 Lang reverse flow smoker Lang cooking on the Lang. I am I am looking for a home when it comes to smokers. You know, where I could go out there and put my brand behind one particular brand of smokers, but I'm not a prostitute. I'm not gonna sell my to the highest bidder if the quality and the customer service is not there. But I am impressed with this Lang smoker. I'm impressed with the delivery guys. And I want to say this right here. A Lang smoker delivered my smokers to me today, and these two gentlemen, um, Mr. Moore, John Moore, and the other guy, you made a big difference. I just don't remember your name, but those two gentlemen, John Moore, I remember mostly, but them two gentlemen were just such amazing people that they it was just like I was buying a family. Even though I purchased a smoker, but the way they delivered and the way they talked to you, it was like you was part of a team already.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So with that being said, is that's the kind of things that I'm looking for now. I'm looking to push a brand that's worth pushing. You know, and I think that I'm valuable to a company or to a person that's looking, and I'm looking forward to uh getting with YouTube and to try to produce more better quality videos with my person AP, but I keep calling AP because I can't pronounce his last name. But Anthony
Yeah.
produce better YouTube videos with quality to represent the kind of food I'm cooking. Because sometimes I think my barbecue can get lost in the quality of my production. So I want my production to match my quality of cooking. So sometimes when you see videos not coming out at a frequent basis, it's because we are really putting thought into every video we put out. But I will continue with more lives, bro, CJ. But
Yeah,
live,
I'm doing 75 pork butts.
but the live
I'm
are gonna be
I'm mopping 50.
so I think with the lives, it'll be more now interaction with people, more
Yes, sir.
live with the people eating the finished product and them reviewing the ribs on camera, talking about the
There you
barbecue
go. I
sauce,
like that. Yeah, yeah,
talking about the ribs, talking about the quality of pork, talking about the size, talking about did this live up to the hype, did this didn't live up to the hype. That's what my lives will be more or less focused on now. Just getting a raw uh footage of people enjoying barbecue or not enjoying the barbecue. I'm not gonna edit.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
like that.
gonna delete. If they spit it out, they spit it out. If they eat it, they eat it. They love it, they love it. Which they're gonna love it. So with that
That's
being
what
said,
live is all about, baby.
and that's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
try
what.
to
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir.
go live about now so that it can be more engaging to the audience. But I'm also gonna start off with the cooks in the morning. But I want to see y'all more with the finished product in people's mouth. People
Yeah,
chewing, people talking about it's good, it's amazing, it's the best thing, it's heaven on a bone.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you. Folks, we got Killer Miller in the house, man. We haven't seen him in ages. What's up, Joe? Good to see
Killer
you this
Miller too,
evening,
what's
man.
up, my
Yeah,
brother?
yeah, great to see you this evening. All right. So hey, Josh wants when you receive Josh's order, he wants an autograph with his.
Oh man, oh man.
He's
I just, oh man, I'm just
he
every
wants an
time,
autograph with his.
man.
Charlie Cruz, totally agree, man. Professionalism goes a long way. And in everything you do, whether it's creating a video, whether it's preparing food, cooking, professionalism will get you further than anything else. Absolutely. Killer Miller, open book, love the idea. Well, folks, T, man, if you've got anything last minute, man, we're going on hour and 45 minutes, man. It has been a real fun evening. Great conversation, folks. We love you guys for tuning in. We love your questions. And man, I'm so thrilled that y'all were able to come in here and celebrate T's experience and huge win. Thank you guys so very much, T.
Thank you,
You've
thank you,
got it,
thank
man.
you.
Close this thing out.
Man, I just want to say thank y'all so much, man. Thank CJ, thank Mom for just having me, man. It's an honor to be in all y'all graces, and just I'm flattered. I am honestly just walking in that cloud again. And thank y'all guys. Uh, and uh, continue to help somebody, to encourage somebody, and to push somebody towards greatness. And always be kind to each other. I love you like fat kid love cake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as usual, man, for tuning in to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. We absolutely appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming on Tuesday. In the
Yeah.
meantime, you know the deal. Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, man, and we're gonna see you when we see you. Holla.
Oh.